Hello and welcome to another scrapbooking process video. I'm Tracy, also known as MercyTiara, and today I'm working with the Brighter Days kit from the MercyTiara Kit Club. I am starting with two photos of my daughter's prom. This is her with her boyfriend. And I'm going to be scrapbooking both of these photos today. And this is a layout that I did during a live stream with my tiaras, who are my Patreon supporters. And so the footage has me up in the corner, and you'll get to see the whole process here of how this page came together. This was a quick page because really the background paper does most of the work for this page. Now I have some supplies here for this other photo that I'm going to scrapbook next, so if you want to see how that one comes together, keep watching my channel because that should be the next video that is published to this feed. So I do have all of my leftovers from the Brighter Days kit, and I think that this might be layout 9 or 8 or something like that. I'm going to put together a video that reviews all of the pages that I created with this kit, but I actually still have plenty of leftovers and there's a bit more time before the next kit comes out, so I'll probably use it even more. So that video that recaps will come a little bit later. So I'm starting by matting these photos with the back side of that label paper from Paige Evans' Blooming Wild collection. I love that paper, and I've been using it mostly for the labels. And so as I cut this mat for both of these photos, I'm actually cutting it very gingerly because I want to make sure that I still have lots of opportunities to use those labels on the other side. So I think that blue background matte color picks up really nicely on Noah's suit. And so I'm going to really like how that looks. And here we have an opportunity to use this beautiful fade paper from the Paige Evans collection as well. That's from Blooming Wild. This is a page that came in the kit. I happen to have two of it because I do have the main kit as well as the extra paper add-on. And so I have already used this fade paper as a background on one of the cut files that came in the main kit. And so check out my channel if you're interested in seeing that one. That layout was actually called Brighter Days, not to be confused with the kit Brighter Days. So I'll link that in an information, like in a card in the corner right now. So the first thing I did was glue those two photos together so that they're layered nicely with each other and so that one of the photos covers up some of the extra stuff that was in the background of the other photo. Neither of these photos are optimal, like they're not posed photos. Well, one of them is a posed photo, but there's lots of people in the background, and even in the posed one, the background is a little bit distracting. So because this is not the formal photo, I don't have it yet. My husband took some nice photos with his DSLR, but I don't have those yet. So this is just a more casual layout, which is why it's less detailed. And as you can see from the length of this video, it came together super fast. I didn't cut anything out of this process. It was just a quick one. So I am going to fussy cut some of the hearts that came from that paper from the Paige Evans Blooming Wild collection. This is another piece of that came in the kit. I'm just going to fussy cut out some of the green hearts and some of the blue hearts because we have this fade going on. And right now I've oriented the fade so that it goes from green to blue from top to bottom. And as I'm designing my page, I think I'm kind of missing an opportunity here to do a tone on tone kind of a look, because if I turned the paper 90 degrees, it would go from green to blue from left to right, and then I could put green embellishments over on the left side and blue embellishments over on the right side. But I haven't noticed that yet, but I will notice it in a second here. So I've decided to put this green noted die cut from Simple Stories Vintage, what is that line called again? Flea Market, the Flea Market collection. And so as you can see, I'm placing all of my green embellishments over on the left side and all of my blue embellishments over on the right side so far. But I haven't yet noticed that, wait a second, this will work a lot better if I have my paper this way so that it's a true tone on tone faded look from one side to the other. You might call this ombre. I don't know if ombre goes from one color to a second color or if ombre is just different shades of the same color. I should look that up because I use that term a lot and I might use it incorrectly. So maybe by the time I do my next narration, I'll get my terminology correct. So in the meantime, I think I'll use Yes Please as my title on this one. And I'm a little mindful that I think I used Yes Please recently for another layout title. So this one is going to be Yes Please, a prom layout is what I'm calling this, this video so that you're not confused. I'm going to select a green label from that Paige Evans paper for this side and a blue label for this side. And so in this one, very similar to my prom layout, it's using pairs as a theme. So I've got 2 pairs of hearts. We've got a pair of label stickers, one on each side, and there's going to be 2s of things and 4s of things instead of 3s, which is okay. That just goes to show that you don't have to always follow these design rules, like you need to put things in 3s and that sort of thing. So I have placed Yes Please on a piece of plastic, just some packaging that I had over on the side of my desk, because those foam stickers stick permanently to waxed paper. Usually when I'm trying out a sticker and moving it around on a page, I will just stick it to some waxed paper, but you can't do that with foam. It sticks forever, and then you have to peel it apart and it becomes troublesome. It's not that big of a problem. You just tear off the paper, but it's a little bit less convenient. So I'm having a look at these vellum die cuts from Pink Fresh Studio that came in the kit, and they have some beautiful butterflies, but there was only one in the colors that I needed. And rather than introduce another color here, I really want this to be, it's almost monochromatic, but it's dichromatic because there's green and blue, but they're all different shades of this green fading to blue. I added some outlining to that die cut that says a memory. That was from the Simple Stories die cut set. And I added both a black outline line and also a white gel pen line, just to brighten it up a little bit. I felt like it was really blending in with the background. And so I'm just going to place that, and it's a little bit too long to place it easily. So I just cut it and I layered it so that some of it is showing over on the left-hand edge, but I'm going to layer it with a label and a few other things there. So I finally placed Yes Please, and then I will just place everything else around it. So these hearts go right below it. And then the label, I'm just going to layer underneath of the tips of the bottoms of those hearts. My apologies, I seem to be losing my voice as I narrate here. This is, I created 5 layouts yesterday, and so I am narrating the 4th video in a row here this morning. And I hope my voice holds out for the last one, which is coming up shortly. So as you can see, I'm just placing those basically back where they were before, but I'm layering them so that some of them are tucked under the photo and some of them are layered over top of the photo. So I've got beautiful on one side in green and lovely on the other side in blue. I've got green hearts on one side, blue hearts on the other side, green label on one side, blue label on the other side. And I'm really kind of playing up this theme by really repeating it in lots of different ways. I'll pull this out to do the journaling. It says, I'm just writing in caps, Public Gardens. And then underneath of that, I'm writing, it was hectic, but amazing to see all the Bayview grads. The Public Gardens was just swarming with graduating men and women in their gowns and suits and all their parents taking their pictures. And it was amazing. I love prom at the Public Gardens. It's just so nice to see everybody all fancy and happy and excited and proud of themselves for graduating. This journaling over here says, Liv and Sophia met Noah at the gardens. photos, 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 because I basically just wanted to fill a bit more space. I underlined it to anchor that writing. And then on this side, I'm writing after photos, they went to Pier 21 for prom. So fun. I'm underlining that journaling too, just to anchor it onto the label. And now I'm going to add little triads of enamel dots, getting a chance to use up some of these green, which I haven't had a chance to use on any other layouts using this kit. And so I've got green dots on that side, and it just so happens that I've already used up all of the blue enamel dots that came with the kit. There were some in it, but I've just used them already. So I'm going into my stash to get a couple of other blues. I keep my enamel dots in this photo album on these 4x6 cards, and I sort them by colors so that it's easy to find the ones that I need. So there we go. So there were a couple of visual triangles on here. We've got the enamel dots are placed with a visual triangle, but other than that, we've got pairs instead on this page, and I really like how this looks. I'll just lift the wings on that butterfly real quick for the final touch. I would have loved to have had 2 butterflies on this page, but it just wasn't in the cards for this page. Before I share the photos, just a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thanks so much to these folks who help make this channel happen. And they get ad-free access to some of my process videos and real-time unedited versions of my videos, as well as live streams like the one that was filmed during the filming of this process video. So here are some of the close-ups. I love how this page turned out. It was so fast, as you can see by the shortness of this process video. Here are some of the places that you can reach me on social media. They're all linked in the information section below. Please leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me and my channel keep on going. So thanks so much for all of your support. I love to hear from you too. So leave me a comment that lets me know what you think of this video or this page or what you've been up to in your scrapbooking. In the meantime, take care and have a really great scrappy week.